So why am I saying goodbye? While I'm not saying goodbye to this channel, I'm actually saying goodbye to this past summer and spring. I know we are well into fall, but here in Maine, it seems we are just now noticing the first signs of our upcoming winter. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kate and I'm a hobby gardener. I post a lot of content of me in and around my garden. It's nothing fancy, but to me it brings me joy and helps get me through some of my toughest days. In New England, our spring and summers here are incredible. The air smells sweet and salty, and the landscape transforms from a pale blue gray cast from winter to a sudden burst of vivid technicolor. I love to share the nature here because it is so overwhelmingly beautiful to me, but also because I get to connect with like-minded people like you. Living in Maine can be a struggle in the winter months, as it isn't always easy, but it is very rewarding. With each passing season here, I find myself embracing change with gratitude. It's another season around the sun, which means more lessons learned. Each year, I look forward to the annual bulb planting and the cutting back of my garden. It's a chance for me to breathe new life into this space for a new year to come. So as I continue the process of my fall gardening, I can't help but appreciate how gardening seems to help foster a deep-rooted connection with nature. It is time to say goodbye to summer. I have so much cleanup I still have to get to. I would love to have you keep me company in the garden while I do some leaf cleanup. I have to finish the rest of my tulips. I still have one little bed that I've been procrastinating because it's just been a little bit cold. I have just a smidgen left of daffodils also to plant. So I've got a cup of coffee that is brewing for me right now. It is bittersweet because we are saying goodbye to the last bits of color of summer. I still have roses that are pink, and it's just a nice little cheery pop of color, but I have to deadhead them before winter. All of my flowers that I left the blooms for the last pollinators, I haven't seen them for probably a couple of weeks now, so it's safe, I feel, for me to cut them back. So yes, coffee time, and then it is get to work time. Turn the lights on behind me. I think that'll just be so pretty. Gosh, I don't remember last year. I think I was just like on it. This year, just with everything going on, it's been kind of a, I don't know, day by day situation. So let me, you know what, pause, hold on one second. I'm gonna light the ambiance for us. How about that? Let's do it. You can see it, but you'll see it as time goes on because it's the evening right now, or afternoon. So there we go, a little bit of ambiance for us this afternoon, or whenever you're watching this morning, this evening, this afternoon. I think gardening is a great way to remind ourselves, to give ourselves grace. Wow, I've got so many trains going by that are so loud right now. Can you hear that? Okay, I think we're in the clear. I think what I'm trying to say is over time, we can really create a space that is so unique to each one of us and that's beneficial to us in our own individual way. You can evolve your own style, your own taste, and it changes from year to year. I guess my takeaway for today is really sit in your space. What do you like? What don't you like? And try to make one small improvement each year. On that note, I've had enough of my coffee. I'm going to jump right out and start working on my last remaining bed before moving on to everything else. Last bulb is officially planted, so that's exciting. Now that that is done, I'm going to try and tackle some cutting back of some of my plants and then try to do some leaf cleanup. I might not be able to get to that today, but we're gonna try. Whew, it's gonna rain tomorrow, so it would be nice if I can get that done today. What I haven't shown is on some of my beds, we were able to crunch up a lot of our leaves into kind of a fine leaf mulch for the most part. There's some that haven't been as chopped up finely, but if you do live in an area where you have fallen leaves, chop them up and put them on top of your beds. They will compost down over time and put in some nice organic matter into your beds, which is wonderful. And it's pretty much a free plant food, which we all love. You'll see the difference. This one's been topped off. I did add in some fresh compost to this bed as well. If you saw in some previous vlogs, I've been trying to add in some fresh compost into my beds. I try to do that each fall to recharge them. After I've had a heavy growing season, the nutrients get pretty depleted pretty quickly in these beds, so it's a good practice to add in some fresh compost every year. So that's what I try to do in the fall, and then top them off with some compost, leaf compost, I guess. So I'll still have that bed to do. And I do have one more bed over here to do too. I will have to bring these pots in to the greenhouse at some point and then wrap them, but that's all going to be part of my winter prep, which I will do in a coming video. Okay, now to some cutting back of some of my plants. It is getting so dark so quickly here. Sweet potato vine. Funny thing is, you get little sweet potatoes.